Hello and welcome back to the Proving Grounds podcast, your one-stop shop for all things Proving Grounds. My name is Smax, and with me, as always, is my constant host, Cubby. And tonight, we've got a very special guest known as Winter, who is currently the support for Barrage. And I am just off of hosting the Risen as we're doing this just after the quarterfinals. I've got my Panda Express leftovers with me in case I get too hungry. And yeah, we're ready to go. Cubby, how you feeling?
I'm excited, and I'm really actually I feel really good about the fact that Winter is like way too cool, so we had to cancel on us and like reschedule because now we know who his opponent is. So shout out to you, Winter, for doing that. I appreciate that, and looking forward to sitting down with you and the one undefeated team we have left in Risen.
Yeah,
you guys have yet to drop a game.
Yeah,
I'm pretty surprised.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm not surprised. I had complete faith in Barrage from the beginning.
I'm a little bit surprised given like what the other top teams would look like, but hey, you guys are playing good, so it's fun to see. It's good. You guys are playing good league.
Thank you.
Yeah. Speaking of Barrage, so we know that you guys came together. It's an EU org for this Proving Ground split. I believe we also know that you were the first person picked up for that team. Is that correct?
I believe so, or at least I believe that I helped a lot, and he just fell into place, I guess.
Yeah. So we were talking with Jeff, or I was trading a few messages with Jeff, like the owner of Barrage, who A, spoke very highly of you. So, I mean, good to keep the boss happy, and wins help, obviously. But B, he spoke really highly about the fact that, like, you had some say in who ended up on that team. So is there anything that you can kind of share with us there?
I mean, I kind of know the scene since I've been there for like 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, I have my opinion on players. And, like, since my coach, the staff in general didn't have the contacts to contact the bigger player because they're kind of randoms, you know.
Oh, Winter, I've so been looking forward to this, just because of the random stuff like that. This is gonna be so much fun. Anyway, all right. So Lucian's a random. Write that down. Write that down.
And XT and Returned and
all
Coco.
the caster homies. I mean, the caster homies are kind of randoms, but anyway, keep going.
So I helped the staff contact like the bigger players that we wanted to reach out to.
So Fnatic.
Yeah.
Fnatic was pretty easy to reach out because I believe like Lucian was already in contact with Fnatic because of APA, who was basically one of our main prospect for mid.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Since they are very good friends, then it was very easy, and I'm
kind
of a big friend with Fnatic too, because of SG 2017, I believe.
You guys were on the same lineup for Scouting Grounds 2017?
No, I mean, funny story. Basically, I helped him going to Scouting Grounds by reassuring his parents that everything was gonna be alright and I'm gonna be there, and they gave me a Tim Horton card for that.
Oh,
very cool.
And now you're back.
So you guys go way back. Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, he was like 16 back then, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was like my third time or second time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's really evolved into a hell of a player. So that's obviously all credit goes to you now, Winter. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Me. Where would we be without
he
the charitable efforts of Winter? Yeah, exactly. So then I assume then we've narrowed it down. So you're referring to Gorica then is who you really helped them pick up for your team. So you got your 80 carry on lock with the big connections there.
Actually, I don't think I really helped getting Gorica. I was just referring to like players that we didn't get because of a certain org.
Yeah. Hold on, let me go get my wallet really quick.
And
we might guess who this is.
Yeah, in the end, I'm very happy about what we got.
Yeah. I mean, what isn't there to be happy about so far? You guys haven't lost.
Very true.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. So
the
no,
schedule
go ahead.
was not the hardest either. So
Yeah.
So I am curious. You had some input on the players and everything. Did you have some input on some of our friends and colleagues joining the league or joining your team too? Like I was talking about before. XT returned Coco. These are all some friends of ours. How is it? How is it with those hooligans on the team?
It's the caster crew.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I had zero say, and I don't think I should have say, in my opinion, because I don't really know that many coaches because I've been with Lucian and Surza. I mean, I got coached by them for like 3 years, I believe.
Mhm.
Like Surza for like 3 years and Lucian for 2 years.
When were you with Lucian? I didn't know you guys were on the same team in the past.
On Radiance, and
Oh, okay. Yeah.
he was there. And for Surza, it was with Radiance and Polaris, who was like a 1 year thing.
Yeah.
And also back in days, I don't know the org's name. I can look up real fast though. It would be pretty easy.
It's we're with the amateur veteran here who has more
Was it
years than
Yeah.
Smacks and I combined.
Very true.
Dropping some
Was it-
knowledge on us, which is always fun. But obviously, while Winter figures out this last team, Polaris and Radiance, two perennial contenders in amateur that we have not seen yet this year,
Yeah.
which has been interesting because they were in scouting grounds.
Right. Yeah. I'm pretty surprised that they like some big names like that aren't really here. Also, like Frostfire is here, but
Do they have a Twitter
I mean, if you've
account?
been keeping up with Risen, I don't think they do.
Okay.
So
matter
Super
then.
Sunshine Fruit Basket Warriors has that over them, I guess.
Well, not anymore because they disbanded. So
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Unlucky.
to graphic design talents of Azo. He should
Did
put
you-
that on
did
his
you
resume. I mean, I hope that a lot of those players do land on their feet on other teams, and it sounds like they disbanded because
Andy Bendy did.
Yeah, well, I knew about Andy Bendy, and that got announced today, but it also Keel.
Yeah.
I don't know if Keel's been announced yet, but COG had visa issues, and Keel's there, and within 2 days they'll have announced it. So I feel okay talking about that.
Right.
And Winter knows that too, so we're good.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No leaks.
So I don't remember the team's name, but I believe it was wildcard. But like they had like 3 teams in that open qualifier,
Got it.
and it was like RJ mid, Saber, ADC,
Oh wow.
jungle, and top. I don't remember, but yeah, this is what I remember.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, your tenure in amateur cuts real deep. Like Cubby said, it's a lot bigger than us combined. So, but yeah, I actually wanted to know like how this current lineup of Barrage sort of stacks up to the other rosters that you've been a part of. Is Barrage at the tippy top? I mean, they haven't lost yet, so results say yes, but I want to know what you're thinking about your past teammates and stuff like that.
Like compared to Anu and Barrage this year, basically. Like
Yeah.
the style of playing is way different because with Mike Young and Aiden, aka Firefire, we were playing more towards Firefire because of his playstyle, playing like a psychopath.
Yeah.
So we needed to help him quite a bit. Compared to now, APA is way more of a what's it called, selfless. Is it?
Yeah,
I
see him
I
begging on
believe
Twitter to play Karma.
you are referring to Ian as Fnatic's dog is what,
Yeah.
that's exactly what you mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sanity is just throwing bones to him, and he follows somehow.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. All those bones are win and then Twitter clout. So there you go.
Yeah. And so yeah, the playstyle is way different. Me and Gurka are basically kind of like a Shoryu and I.
Mhm.
Like Gurka is pretty solid. I was very surprised that I don't know. I just thought he was a GM who played academy and just fell off because he took like a huge break, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But he have been surprising me quite a bit actually, and I believe he's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, we can definitely vouch for that too. We've been watching a lot of all the Barrage
guys look
games
good.
in Risen.
Yeah.
Yeah. The play definitely speaks for itself. So I'm fully aligned with you that Gorica looks really good, and you do too. I've been very impressed. Like a lot of my colleagues coming into Risen were like, man, Winter played really well, but he always had that spark where he would just like run in and die. And I was like, guys, no, he's gonna kill it. He's gonna do so great. Just watch. And then they watched and they were like, well, I guess Winter's kind of the best, but they completely forgot that I said that. So no credit to me, but a lot of credit to you.
Well, we're just too busy, like dumping on the supports in NA Amateur. But fortunately, we still have some good ones left and obviously with Zazel and Big coming on back, that's kind of nice too. And I'm actually kind of curious how you feel about the pool, Winter, because obviously, I mean, through Scouting Grounds, you won with Anu, you and Shoryu. Now you find yourself with Gorica. Do you feel like the bot lanes are better this year in Proving Grounds and like the competition that you're going up against? Do you feel like it's better compared to last year's Scouting Grounds, or do you feel like it's a little bit weaker?
I mean, it's clearly better because of like Apollo Zazel and Value being on a strong team helps too.
Value's a good player.
Because he was on MU, right, last year?
Yeah.
And MU was not it last year. So
MU took third last year, for clarity's sake. For anyone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought they were lower than that.
Yeah, they beat Supernova in like a super close best of 5 because those two teams like brawled it out to 5 whenever they met each other late in the season.
Oh, yeah.
It was wild.
You might be mixed up because like in the fall split like a couple of months ago, they looked really bad, but that was because Niles and Iconic left the team. So that was
Shady also did like Scouting Ground stuff too, but
That's
he's back now.
Yeah.
Because Shady is a good sport.
Yeah. That. But I just felt like last year it was basically us and 100 Thieves.
Mm-hmm.
And that was basically it. Supernova was not as strong, even if APA Pi was on that team with Nate.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were not matching that well, I feel like, to be like a contender in top 2 because we were so ahead and 100 Thieves was indeed ahead too.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this year is way more competitive, and with Academy coming in too, it's gonna be amazing.
I love seeing the smile on your face like when you say that too, because obviously those are the teams that you're really excited to go up against, and especially if you guys continue at this pace, you're gonna find yourself in top 16 at this rate, already with a top 4 finish. So I assume that like you guys like playing like against Academy in scrims and that kind of stuff like are that's where your sights are set, and like those are the bot lanes that you want to take down, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we got our first scrim against Academy today because of APA. Shout out to him. Got us the scrim. Hey, we love the podcast with
Yeah, I was in that Discord. And big shout outs to APA. But yeah, you're already getting to play against some of the Academy guys. That's awesome.
Because scrimming the amateur scene is, I mean, like 80%, like Gorka said, of the games are just FFF 15, so it's not. But wildcard should be way higher than that.
So you're high on wildcard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they are top 5 for sure.
Okay, so kind of digging into that like a little bit more. So Daption and Team Nuke are actually very young players coming on through. I think this is Team Nuke's first competitive team. Daption was on CLT
Charlotte
Phoenix, which went boom. But Daption, I believe, is fresh out of high school as well. Obviously, you're speaking highly of them. Is it because of like their bot lane, and how do you think their bot lane stacks up against the ones that we were already mentioning?
I mean, when we were scrimming them, we scrimmed them one time and warm up against them one time, and our scrim against them was very early into the season, and we were not kind of trolling, but we were playing very bad. So it went 1-2, and we played a warm up against them, and we got the 15-minute because they invading quite a bit.
Yeah, they like to level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like to level 1 a lot.
But I
We
feel
heard
like
that from Tuesday too. They had to clean up their play because they got eaten alive by the level 1 from wild card.
yeah, I feel like they should have been in quarterfinals for sure.
They got a tough draw because they played the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 6 seed in Swiss, which that sucks.
Yeah.
And we will be seeing more of that roster as things move on, for sure. Though, because they look good, and their early game really, really good, especially like their play around Shen. It's textbook, like the way that they rotate around the map. I'm curious to see if they can continue to find success on early game, because their early game's clean when they're able to execute.
Yeah.
So I am curious. So you already mentioned wild card spot lane as this being like a standout. Is there a bot lane that you've maybe scrimmed or played against so far that also stands out that like maybe we're not really super aware of, like in your practice and your barrage scrims and stuff?
I guess Shira and Miss are pretty good.
Mhm.
Miss plays a very engaged playstyle, and if he's out of it, it looks kind of shaky. But when he's on like Leona or the stars, he looks pretty good. And Shiro is very young, and I was kind of looking into getting him into the team, but he was already on EGP, so gotta find a new ADC.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious, like where you put EGP, because I think for a lot of us in amateur, like at least when I looked at what I would consider the very watered down like winter split of amateur, like with UPL, EGP did win. They beat Rovex Sims, who notably had Keel and Andy Bendy on it, who are now going to find themselves in Academy subbing in. And very talented players in their own right. But I wasn't sold on EGP because I thought like all this new talent coming in would just kind of topple them. And so far, I mean, EGP, they find themselves locked in with semis just like you. You guys were the 2 4-0 teams. What are your thoughts on them so far and how they kind of stack up to the rosters that are more heavy in like ex-Academy talent?
My take on the EGP is, that's it. I don't know about their top, or who is the jungler?
They have Surdy and Tomio
Tomio.
for their
Oh yeah,
top
Tomio.
jungler.
Yeah. Aspect is looking pretty good. Tomio too. I mean,
Aspect's getting slept on really hard.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like their playstyle is like I said, like Miss is playing one playstyle, and every team that he's playing on plays that one playstyle where Galio is prioritized, and they're gonna go in 24/7 if needed. But Miz is pretty good at finding engages, so that's a pretty good playstyle for him. But I think right now they're improving a lot, but I'm kind of scared of them not plateauing, but hitting a wall when it really matters. Like before Proving Grounds or anything, like they qualify and they hit like that one wall where you don't want to hit it before a big tournament.
Reasonable.
And just lose all your confidence. And when you lose confidence as a engaged, it's very hard to come back.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we saw like in just a couple of months ago, what Cubby's referencing is we saw them play like the exact same comp. Like not even just style. They played the same comp every single game. It was always Kennen in the top lane. They had Kaisa when it wasn't meta. Yeah, Hecarim was in, and then they had an engaged support, and then Aspect played Galio and stuff. And that was like every single game. And yeah, I mean, Cubby and I and a bunch of other people were really worried that like they didn't get enough practice in. They didn't like try all these different styles, but it really does feel like they have put in the extra step to like sort of evolve as a team a little bit more. Like, yeah, they're still playing the same stuff, but I definitely have been rather impressed by Evil Geniuses. Like, I thought that plateau was going to come like before Proving Grounds even started, but they actually do look quite good. So I think it's really cool you shouted them out, because like in the summer, I know Cubby and I were very low on Mist. Like we did not think that he was all that good.
I mean, to be fair, I was low on every NA support.
That's just kind of our theme, you know.
Yeah, like the ones that weren't named Shady, and then sometimes Winter, depending on the game.
Shady too. Shady ints too.
Who?
He does.
Like, Shady is inting too sometimes. He's like me.
Yeah, no, there are always some moments. But I think Shady really set himself apart when he went to scouting grounds. Unfortunately, the winter rule was in place, so you couldn't go. And I must say, Winter, like, I remember going over VODs with Veteran where we were watching your play, and we were like, what is Winter doing here? And then obviously like, you guys like won the finals, which is great. But I have to say, seeing your VODs early in this season, you are going off on... I've seen you go off on Nautilus. I've seen you have huge games on Alistar, and like some of these engages that you're finding, really. Game? You and Gorka are crushing right now in amateur. It's been really happy to see, and I feel like it's important to bring this up because we have a very seasoned player in amateur coming on in, and a lot of people might be sleeping on you. And so I'm kind of curious what you have to say to those people and where like how you feel your poise at the moment.
I mean, I think I'm clearly top 2 support right now. I cannot put myself higher than Zizzle. That would be just crazy.
We got to watch Zazel. Like, he's hard gapping supports every game. So I'm curious to watch you go up against him. And Big go up against him as well, because I feel like if anyone's going to challenge him, it's going to be you two.
Yeah, I mean, when I say like I don't put myself higher than Zazel, it doesn't mean that I won't gap him in game, but his shotgunning, like he has been known for his shotgunning and micromanaging like his teammates, and this is why he has the edge on me, and I believe that's why some coaches don't really like me and put me in the dirt. But I've been improving it. I've been improving in that regard, and trying to get more leadership in. But yeah,
it's been really fun watching you and Gorka play so far. I mean, there's a reason you guys are 8-0, and a lot of that's been off of your play finding engages. I especially like the 2 Alistar games you guys played to get in the semis and go 4-0. You went off.
And I went off the first game, but I ran it down in that one Syndra play and between the turrets.
Yeah. And then you and Fnatic had a game where you guys were on Nautilus Talia, and you split the map bot and then dove like a Malachi Aphelios like 2 or 3 times. It was really, really clean play. So yeah, it's been really good to see. I mean, obviously your team play so far, but also your individual play. It's been impressive. So I've been happy to see that.
Well done, Winter. We're proud of you.
We're proud of you, buddy.
I still in sometimes, but I try my best to reduce that.
I mean, you guys play so many stage games that like everyone's going to int at one point or another, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Cubby didn't come out right and say it, but he was alluding to it. I'm gonna go down to this right now. Recently, on Tim's podcast, Kelsey came on.
Shout out Tim.
And yeah, shout out Tim. Shout out Kelsey. We love those guys. If you want to be on a podcast, please say so. We're only going to give you some light flame right now. They called you washed, Winter. They came down pretty hard on you in that podcast. I wonder what you're sort of thinking about that situation and how you feel about those two.
I mean, I don't think Tim said anything about me. He just didn't.
Yeah, maybe I'm throwing Tim under the bus.
Defend me. Yeah. Only Kelsey. I mean, I can see her point of view, but I don't think like she doesn't mean any harm to me or anything.
Yeah.
She just live rent free in my head now, every day in scrims. So I'm just trying to just give me motivation basically in every scrim, and I have a nice Smurf name where I won't say it, but it means. It's basically a quote from her saying.
So episode 1, we had Five Fire talking about how every single time he scrims an academy team, it's like a revenge game for him because they turned down him for someone else. So now whenever you scrim teams where Kelsey's in the lobby, it's like a revenge game for Winter. So we're still continuing the storyline of Anu still getting revenge games for not getting bumped up.
Yeah, I mean, I think our roster is pretty much like that too. Like our Barrage roster is APA not getting a spot.
I have no idea like how a
that's
lot
it.
of you didn't get a spot, but especially Fnatic.
True.
He like I was talking a lot with Prussian, and I kind of stole his point on that. I think he had Fnatic at like number 2. I had him at number 3 behind Onda and Honori.
Yeah.
But that dude was not on the best academy team and looked fantastic. And I have no idea how he ended up on Barrage, but hey, good for you.
Yeah, I was pretty lucky, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Because our team was probably gonna be way worse without him. I feel like if he was not with us.
I mean,
Because
he's a top tier jungler that we have here in amateur,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, having a good jungler and APA to enable him to actually do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Really help our gameplay.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about this with Firefire last week too, but I know that for the new main roster, he was telling us about how even though those guys didn't get academy rosters or academy offers, they are still just like, well, I mean, we're gonna beat those guys anyway, right? Because that's what Proving Grounds is now. So I'm curious, like, how you guys feel you're gonna do against all those academy teams come I believe February is the first time you guys get to play them, and then March. I know that's definitely like a goal that you guys have, but I'm curious to know like how you feel that's gonna go for Barrage.
I think a realistic goal is top 4. I would say would be pretty realistic.
Winter just wants to beat his old buddy Shoryu. That's the key.
Yes. I believe EG is gonna be pretty high.
Our thoughts coming into this is like Proving Grounds, and we haven't seen the academy teams play yet, but like just looking at rosters, we think that C9 100 Thieves is going to be a cut above the rest, and then EGTSM will also be very good. But then after that, we think that the best of amateur can easily place anywhere and sneak into that top 4. Absolutely. I'm curious what you think about that take.
I think 100 Thieves, CSM, and EG are gonna be top 3 in my opinion. It's been a while since I watched my list of players.
So not C9. Because a lot of people have C9 number 1.
No, I think C9 is gonna drop a little bit.
Okay.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I mean,
Okay.
I scrimmed them a little bit. Even if I was running down, I mean, I was basically subbing for EG, while Mystic was had no visa yet. Even if I was running it down most of scrims because I was not feeling comfortable. I feel like with another team, I don't know. I guess it's one of my thing where if I don't feel comfortable with people, I'm just gonna run it down more than usual. So yeah, I think I would put the 100 Thieves, EG, and
TSM was the third team.
TSM.
Yeah.
We didn't scrim like any of those teams. It's like T9, and I feel like I don't feel like they are as strong as last year. That's why I'm.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to reveal too much about Cloud9 Academy, but we're
we'll
definitely
just have
curious.
to see. That's the first. Yeah. That's honestly the first time I have heard someone not put C9 top 2. And so I'm kind of curious now to see how things pan out, because if that is the case, things might get really tight coming into Proving Grounds, and we could have a lot of academy rosters be upset, which would be very interesting for us as fans and casters.
Yes.
A lot of storylines.
I mean, it can change. They can improve way more than I think.
Yeah,
but...
absolutely. And obviously having access, the big part for Academy and the teams that are related to LCS teams is having access to the main roster, or if you're EGP, having access to the Academy roster, right? Because Shiro scrimming up against, Shoryu is something that, I mean, obviously you've played with Shoryu. That's going to help Shiro. Shoryu's a hell of a player, right? And so that's big. But also with this format being changed, everything being knocked down, you guys now get the Scrim Academy teams too, which really wasn't an option for you in past years.
Yeah, sure. I think last year on NU, I think we scrim EGA like 2 times and Dig A 1 time, but on LA ping, very fun, 120 ping.
Oh boy. But you guys have TR accounts now, which is fantastic.
I mean, we had them last year too.
Okay.
I mean, at least our team at the end, because we were playing the finals or like the final tournament on the TR. So yeah.
But that's a big change, because any team that participated in Risen could get access to TR accounts this year. Yep. So they have the option to Scrim Academy teams, and because of the schedule and the fact that a lot of these players are playing full time, especially like the higher budget teams, you guys are actually able to do that, which is a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, not getting scouted by your friend list is pretty useful. The old technique. Oh, let's go in friend list.
Yep.
Rolling down. Custom games.
The secret account.
Oh, yeah,
where Winter has only been playing Janna. No.
Ooh. That would be a very, very secret account.
Yeah, I mean,
that could be anyone.
Janna
anyone
sucks.
Can get the challenger
yeah, no,
playing only
Janna
Janna.
sucks. So it's that we don't have to worry.
I don't
about
know, Cubby.
She's good
Janna
in the
and
route.
solo queue.
She's good in the route.
Janna and solo queue is pretty free.
Yeah.
She's going too well. Maybe I'm gonna put it off one day.
Ooh.
Yo, I actually
Winter's
beat
already
Janna
teasing
on
picks.
Rel today. I don't mean to flex super hard on you guys, but I beat a Janna playing Rel today. So
really,
kind of, I'm
Smax
making a case for.
He's still in Pisslow. He's climbing up.
I'll get there, okay? I've been doing Risen stuff.
Hey, at least you're playing
solo
queue, man. I haven't queued up for a single game, and that's probably why I feel so good about myself.
In our team, we have some kind of a low tier. It's like Goika low is basically like master GM. APA low is like higher GM, low challenger. And my tier is Kelsey low.
Kelsey low, yeah, I've heard that one.
Oh my god.
I heard that one from APA.
Yeah.
So you guys obviously as a team of 5 are not having any fun at all, is what I'm catching up on so far.
Yeah, I mean, talking about fun, like I think this team has been one of the best attitude I've ever had with a team. Like everyone is having fun, or at least except if you're weak side, like that's a lot of fun, but Pike doesn't have some fun sometimes.
He doesn't know how to play weak side, man. The last time you guys put him weak side, he solo killed the Gragas.
Yeah, true. His Wukong game was pretty clean until he ran it down in the mid lane.
Oh god, there have already been like so many clips.
My favorite.
Anyway.
Winter, we'll just put it this way: I had to cast the Silas game, and you know exactly what that means.
That one was quite interesting.
I'm going in.
No. Winter was not inting. PCL was inting.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, we reviewed that one a little bit, and we had a lot of fun bantering Pi. From like we were like 3 screens away, and we were fighting someone else, and we just like ran it down.
He stole Malphite ult and then dash ulted immediately and just died. When you guys took
he did
Baron.
hit 4 people. He hit 4 people with it. So
he went for the montage clip.
Yeah, if you cut the play off after the ult landed, then like that'd be pretty sick.
That just like we have a lot of players with their own issues, I guess, in a sense. I mean, maybe not issues, but their own way of playing, and we really match well together. So like maybe Pi is gonna end some game, but like I feel like most of the game is gonna play very well and probably carry the game by like playing his own style. Sometimes he's gonna feed, and that just happens. Like, what can you do? You can just deal with it. Like, at this point, we are all already together for like the whole split. So
Yeah.
we deal with our issues. Like, it's me running down Syndra first game of Tristar, giving 300 gold for fun. APA losing 300 HP at level 1 against Syndra's Galio in the second game.
At least he didn't get solo killed level 1 like we saw over in the Cup pre-show tournament. You see that solo kill level 1?
Captain
Yep, I saw
Trips.
That was some fun times.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, and Fnatic throwing axes. I don't know the fuck where. Like, this guy is throwing axes everywhere. Like, I don't understand. So we all have our in moment, but we complement each other.
Yeah.
That's
I am
good
a
to
little
hear.
I'm a little curious. Like, so we are getting into, like, I mean, you guys already qualified for the semis, right? And then we're definitely expecting you guys to be one of the headliners for amateur going into the tier 1s and stuff and going against these academy teams.
We'll put a clear top 4 team.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So do you think that same attitude is gonna carry on, like, if you do get into the main stage for the proving grounds, or when's about the time where you kind of think that you guys will, like, buckle down and, like, if Fnatic is missing all of his Olaf axes, you're like, yo, Fnatic, you gotta get that shit. You gotta get that shit going. You gotta clean that up. What do you think that's ever gonna happen, or are you guys just gonna have fun the whole time?
I mean, we can still have fun while buckling up, but I think we had like a huge discussion. I mean, at least I had a huge discussion with Surza and Lucian the other day. Like 3 or 4 days ago, after talking with Gurka, because I felt like the team was not playing as we should have, and our improvement was not as good as I thought we could get. Yes, Scrim are not like the Scrim partner were not the best, but I felt like we should have been improving more. So I still think that we can have fun right now, but I believe with today's scrims, how it went, I feel like we are on the right track to have a insane split.
Cool. I would agree. I mean, I didn't see the scrims, but
also,
you guys are definitely on track for that.
I have an update for you guys real quick.
Ooh.
Um,
Was it the other Risen?
Yeah, so we are recording this while the other semifinal is being played. And at this point in the game, it very much looks like Raheen put... Oh, never mind. He just hinted. Anyway. Yeah, he just ran it down. But it does look like a new Blaze is going to win 3-1 as of now. So that is what most would consider an upset.
Yeah.
But for the live update, I think it's very surprising. I don't know if you're surprised, Winter. Your old teammate, Five Fire, is kind of running it this third game.
I'm watching and I see 2-10 on Azir, by the way.
Yeah. We're giving a very clear timestamp for when we're recording this.
Yes. Yeah. I always love, like, my favorite podcast is, like, Pardon My Take, and they'll, like, do, like, live updates on, like, the games they're watching, and they're, like, true fans. So we want to have to give like a live update here. But anyway, getting back to the focus, Winter, kind of leaning on your veterancy and your history in amateur. Did you have any, like, exciting offers this season, or, like, were you looked at by academy teams at all? Or, like, was Barrage, like, your number one choice, like, easy spot for you to land, like, very happy there?
I mean, I know I asked Matt about if they were interested in me. They said that was in consideration, but, like, I cannot compete against Mystic. Like like he's like basically LEC, LCS ready, so
he's a good part.
Like, yeah, like of course they're gonna take him. I don't know if I was like high on the list or not, but yeah, Barrage was my basically only offer. I had like some amateur offer, but I was not really interested in those offers, even if there was like a money involved or anything, because I don't really care about that. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
Of course, I care about money, but I don't really care about amateur money.
You'd rather win on a team than yeah.
It always have been that. Like,
I mean, all you've done is win so far in amateur, so that's pretty cool.
I mean, why winning $200 a month when you can win 900 in 3 weeks, right?
I mean, if you're just as good as Winter, just win. That's the secret to amateur, right?
Yeah, true.
It's no secret, Cubby. Everyone knows that.
It's true.
But it is very difficult to achieve that success. Yeah. Well, I mean, we've said it a bunch of times, but definitely like a lot of props to you for getting that 8-0 in Risen. You are now slotted officially to go against Solifide, or Solified, however you want to say it.
Officially Sola Fide.
Yes.
Even though their logo gives me serious Florida Mayhem vibes. Yeah.
You got very mad yesterday when Return said solo feed.
Yes. That
Solified.
was
the not academy team.
was an interesting call.
That one is who you're going up against on Saturday for the semifinals. I mean, they're the first seed team in this league. I think they slotted you guys at 4th, I believe. I think that's right.
Behind EGP, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, what are you kind of feeling going into that one? We saw them 3-0 today. It was pretty great stuff from them.
I feel like they should be better than they are right now. I don't know if I don't know how their scrim went. I know they are scrimming only academy teams and you. So like I feel like they should have a better play than they have right now. Like compared to everyone else. Not only because of their scrim time, but because of their players, of course. Like they have like a lot of experience, and I feel like their bottom potential should be higher than that. Their bottom floor should be higher than they are right now. Like I don't know what's going on. If they're just not matching or they just don't really care. But arriving into Magic, I don't know what is the problem, but we'll see tomorrow. I don't know how it feels to play against them, so I can't really tell, but I feel like they're not playing that great right now.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely safe to say. Like we already talked about, they lost a wild card, which is, I mean, well, you already mentioned the wild card is looking really good, and
wild card looks like a top 16.
Right. Yeah.
I think they're outside the top 4 because they just lost to 3 of the top 4 teams in or two of the top 4 teams.
And Winthrop, they lost to Winthrop today too.
And Winthrop, yeah. But I mean, we have to see more out of like everyone, but they definitely like I've been impressed by their bot lane play and then Trickster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, I mean, if Wildcard is expected to be a top 6 team, then like on paper, right, Solifide is expected to be the top 1 team. I mean, just looking at like the players coming into this, so I don't know, like what I don't know how to phrase this. But yeah, I mean, like, obviously you think you're gonna beat them, right? But like, I want to see you guys in the final. So tell me how you're gonna do it, or you don't have to give me all your strats or whatever. But what do you feel about
spill all the strats? Let's make. We know
all
the caster. We know your staff well enough where they'd probably be cool with every single strat being leaked right on the Proving Grounds pod.
They'll just leak it anyway.
Yeah.
How are we gonna beat them? That's a good question. Since we have not played them, it's kind of hard to say because I don't have the feel like how they play or anything. But what's it? I feel like they don't match together right now. So we're probably gonna use our experience together, I guess, because APA and Fnatic and Pi have been on a team together before. get advantage on them, especially the mid jungle duo, who is like very important in league in my opinion. But I feel like we are way more explosive than them right now. So I feel like we're gonna probably get a huge advantage early game.
I have seen you guys blowing up early games more, and it seems like you have a lot higher propensity towards a champion like Talia, where you can do that. Whereas Winston has been still playing a lot of the Graves Lilia, where you kind of go for, farming, ramping, and tempo.
Yeah, I mean, Skying Grounds. I heard Skying Grounds 2019. Fnatic gapped Winston, and we are expecting this again.
Just a Fnatic gap coming on through.
Yes.
I
did not watch it because I retired during that time. I was not watching any league.
And then they put in the winter rule, so you couldn't go back.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I can go next year though if they have one.
That's true. So the winter rule, for anyone that isn't familiar, but they made a rule that is like if a player has been to 3 of the past 5 scouting grounds, they cannot attend again. And we did the math, and the only player that it affected was winter. So that's why we call it the winter rule.
The event was in August, and they implemented this change in July.
Yeah, that's we're not going to talk about that. That was Bush League. But anyway, hey, at least you're on a top team once again. That's pretty cool. So Winter, you mentioned the fact that like wildcard's pretty good. I think the wildcard was the roster that was slept on. But I think now that they might be overhyped just because they did 2-0 solo FIDE, and there was some also Myro won Twitter, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, are there any other teams or players that you think that we are really sleeping on from your experience so far?
I don't think so. I don't think under like a top 5 or top 6 team, it's all 15 minutes. So I don't know.
Winter speedrunning outside the top 6 teams.
I mean, I'm not even joking. Like, we have like, I believe it was like 31 wins and 3 losses in scrims. And 2 of those losses was against a wild card. And 1 against AGP.
There you go.
Without the warm-ups, because we can't have anything in warm-up.
Well, so Winter, when you went on this podcast, you and Shoryu came on together for the Challengers chat room for 15 minutes, and you shared with us the secret tech of using ARAM warm-ups. Are you inting in the ARAM warm-ups or scrim warm-ups?
I mean, we entered into our wildcard warm-up the other day. It was a quick 13 minutes. So after that, we hit up the ARAM, and AP was running it down on Cyan.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do on Cyan.
Yeah, so you get the int out in the ARAM. So ARAM tech is still undefeated.
Damage. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not supposed
to. So the ARAM tech is still undefeated, is what I'm getting.
Yeah, I mean, we lost in ARAM, but we won the series, so it should be fine. Go.
ARAM warm-ups, ladies and gentlemen.
As long as you play an ARAM before, that's the strategy that we're looking for sure.
I mean, it's honestly the best prep for what you're going to get in a match. It's going to go down to 1 lane no matter what in NAM. It's just how it is.
Oh God. Okay, well, Gabby, maybe we should stop flaming the league that we represent so much. The Proving Grounds. It's in our name.
Yeah, but it's so much fun, Smacks.
It is really fun. Okay. All right, let's get down to a more serious question here, Winter. I'm going to ask you the same sort of stuff that I asked Five Fire yesterday, because I think it's really important, right? Or not yesterday, last week. Silly me. I think it's really important that we look at this Proving Grounds circuit as just like a whole, and notice that the teams and the players' branding matters so much for something like this. Because like you said, it's not about the money. for this split for Proving Grounds. It's not about that. It's about
-1
it's
team.
about making it. Well, sure, but
I mean, you can't really not accept that kind of money.
No,
Oh, yeah,
I
of
mean
course.
it's like,
no
it's
dig to
it's a
them at all.
joke. It's awesome for the players and staff, and it's really good to have someone investing so much in the space. It's just it's a joke because
Kind of crazy though.
yeah, that's why.
It is pretty nuts. But anyway, so I want to know like what sort of things that you as a player want to be known for. Like if someone says Winter as a support, what kind of stuff do you want to be in their head after this Proving Ground split?
I mean, I used to say when someone was asking me that question, when like, what do you play for? When I was like, when at Sky Grounds, they would ask us like, what are you playing for, and like, where's your motivation? Me, it was always to hear my name in the crowd, like on a big stage. But for Proving Ground in particular, I mean, I just want to be recognized as one of the best right now in the academy. I know I'm not in that level right now, of course, but I'm improving at a good rate right now, and I believe that I can probably make top 3 for sure.
Yeah, I mean I think it's really interesting, like having your roster, Solifide's roster, and then I know that a new main just lost 3-1, but I think that given the pedigree in that roster, we also have to say a new main. Because those rosters weren't formed to compete in amateur. They were formed to place well in Proving Grounds. Once all those top 6 teams, 16 teams, including what we are assuming should be 10 academy teams, possibly less, because the bottom ones will have to qualify. But given 10 academy teams, I mean, you guys are realistically, like, when you joke about like top 6 in amateur, below that being 15-minute FFs and scrims, that should be your goal, right? Because you aren't looking to compete in amateur, you're looking to place well in Proving Grounds. Yeah, and the fact that those teams exist and have the pedigree, I think it's going to be really interesting come Proving Grounds, because we joked with Five Fire, the mission of amateur this year is to tell academy managers that they didn't do their jobs correctly, right? Because some of these teams are going to come in and we expect to do relatively well. We haven't seen academy yet, but we expect a couple of these rosters to do pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect to get picked up, not gonna lie, in the offseason, because during the last tournament, I wasn't playing very much Sorikyu. I was playing 1 or 2 Sorikyu game a day, so I wasn't playing too great. But yeah, basically, yeah, what everyone is trying to do right now is basically prove that they fucked up, and
yeah,
we're going for some heads right now, for sure.
Aiden said the same thing.
Yeah, we're watching the teams and we're like, okay.
You put in that support player and not Winter. Uh-oh, we're coming for you.
Yeah.
I also have one more branding related question here, Winter. What happened to Gone by Spring? Everyone's wondering. Everyone needs to know.
I mean, he came back after spring, so
Wait, so you're gonna name change again after?
No, I mean, I just retired, so I was like, yeah, I'm gone.
Gone by Spring has been retired.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna be the promo post then for this podcast, right? Because we're pre-recording it. So then tomorrow on Twitter, I'm just gonna throw up a really crappy tombstone that says "R.I.P. Gone by Spring," and then that'll be the promo post for our next guest.
Yeah. If you could pose and like thumbs up right now, so we could use that screenshot. If you could go ahead and do that for us real quick. Just like
see you in the future, baby. Yeah, there
nice.
Yeah. Basically, the thing Gone by Spring was like a riddle to say Winter.
Yeah.
That was on it. And since like other games, Winter is taken, so I need to find a new name for
So
other
you
games.
needed Kelsey to flame you, is what you're saying.
Huh?
You needed Kelsey to flame you, is what you're saying, right? It was essential to retiring Gone by Spring. You needed that motivation.
Yes,
Yeah.
true.
I always thought it was really clever. And I think like the first time, like, because like when the Smacks and I were like doing Daska Cup, like we like watched the games through like Twitch to like get what the casters were saying to like figure it out. And Gone by Spring was in there. And I'm like, hey, who is Gone by Spring with a check mark? And Smacks is like, you dumbass, this winner. It's like, oh, that's clever. I appreciated it.
I mean, I'm pretty much. Everyone was doing this. It's like, I know who it is, but I don't remember who.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, it's just a riddle to say winter.
I liked it.
Smart.
It was clever. I'll give you that. I definitely liked it, but also the winter is also pretty cool too.
It's the winter LOL, Cubby.
Yes. Oh well, we've got it right over there, so we're good. I made sure of that.
I mean,
as producer Cubby has messed up a few times today, but we didn't mess that one up. We're doing our best over here. All right, Winter. Before we get into like the other questions, like to wrap things up in a bit, we still got some time. But support meta. We've talked about some of the picks coming on through. Smacks and I, for people that haven't been watching, I peaked GM as support because I was a Braum Leona abuser last season. Smacks peaked Master Tier at some point. I don't know if you were playing support or a different role.
I was playing
You're
support.
playing support.
I was a Rakan main. I also had a pretty decent Thresh and Bard. This was back in season 8.
We don't have hands, but we do have brains.
Well, speak for yourself, Cubby. Rakan takes some hands, okay? So
yeah. Anyway, curious what you think about the support meta coming on through. Specifically, we've got a couple questions for you. But Rel is a pick that it's being played very heavily over in LCK. Notably, Luke and Daption have been running Samira Rel lanes to quite a bit of success. Is this a champion that we can expect to see from Winter, and what are your thoughts on it so far?
Yeah, I mean, I played it a couple of times in solo queue. I'm not that great on it yet, but don't worry, in the next couple of days, I'm going to get there.
Winter's
I play a lot of
prepping
solo
it.
queue. Yeah, of course. I mean, it's more like a counter pick than a blind pick, in my opinion, because you can get countered by like Trash, Janna. I mean, Janna is not really that great at the moment because of all the Karim, like one-shotting you no matter what.
Yeah.
But so
also just worse Lulu.
Yeah, I mean,
Lulu without polymorph.
Lulu and Janna are a little bit different.
Yeah.
But Rel is like very interesting. Like she came at the right time, I feel like, because they added Rel and it added a new counter pick to Leona. I mean, it's not really a counter pick that much, but like it adds a new champions to play against Leona or like Alistar or Galio. So that's very interesting. It came right off. Looks like they scripted that shit from like far
Leona's
away.
been OP for so long, and then they figured out how OP she was at Worlds, and now we introduced the counter and don't nerf Leona.
Yeah.
Thank you for not nerfing Leona. I can still play solo queue and win.
Maybe Viego will fix Graves for us with that track record.
It's kind of funny because I feel like no one is playing Leona in solo queue because everyone is tired of playing her. Like,
she's
I
still
don't need
so
practice.
busted, and like especially against solo queue, or like you can't flex picks like Galio, right? Like unless you're really getting sweaty or play high elo
or duoing or something.
Yeah. Leona is still just busted.
Yeah, I feel like everyone in ILO is like playing it. Like they have very low count of games on her because everyone is tired of playing.
And playing her way too much. It's interesting though. Like I think that it feels like the Rel counterpick coming into Leona has kind of replaced what used to be set for some teams. Some teams are still running set. What do you think the difference is between like Rel and set, and like why you might see that counterpick into Leona instead of the other one?
I feel like Rel is getting kind of fucked against disengaged champions.
Yeah.
Like I said Thresh and Janna, but let's say it's Leona versus Rel. And let's say like the enemy team have Anivia, maybe not Talia, but another champion. Let's say maybe Jarvan. It's not really a good pick for that instance, but Ornn and
For argument's sake, yeah.
yeah, like Ornn to disengage, or even a Gragas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's not very good to run into people. She's more like a second engage. Like, in some moments, she's gonna be able to engage, like being the first engage, but she really needs to be like perfect on her stun, or if she missed stun, she just get one shot after, like no matter what. Like, she doesn't have that much resistances. She just have a lot of stun, kind of like Leona, but way less mobile and way less tanky. I feel like compared to Sett, where Sett is more like a flank champion.
Mm-hmm.
Like you trying to flank on the enemy team and get their carries, or you try to ulti the tank into people to get like a massive slow and damage on everyone and to engage.
Mm-hmm.
And the matchup in the bot lane, I have not had my read on it that much. I need to play more Sett, not gonna lie too. So I'm gonna spam it in the next.
We're giving Winter the
4
champion.
games.
He's gonna spam, right? You've already
Yes.
picked up Seraphine. I've seen your Seraphine. You're good there. Next up is Sett. Yeah.
That matchup was unplayable. Not gonna lie.
Well,
That
you
was,
guys got out of lane pretty good, and you hit some nasty ults as the game went on. So
Yeah.
it was very good follow-up engage.
Yeah, that draft was kind of scuffed.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, that's not your fault, right? We just blame coach.
I cannot play the game bot lane because mid and jungle play fucked up 2v2.
You are correct. Yeah.
Okay, we have another pick for you because we know that you've been playing it a little bit, and we heard from some of the Barrage people that you were asking to play it in the scrims and stuff. Tell us about this Nami pick that you've been playing a little bit, because I wanna get the inside scoop. Is this just a solo queue pick, or have you guys been doing a little bit of it in the Barrage games?
I think we played it like 2 or 3 times as a ego pick, probably. I mean, it's going to Braum, like those kind of. Like in some games it fits the comp, and it's
Who's
good against
blinding Braum these days, though?
crazy people.
Jeez. I mean, if like the other team is like Ornn MF, I guess I could see, but like Braum is coming from, a decent Braum player myself. Maybe not as good as Winter. Winter's pretty damn good at Braum. But Braum is in a brutal state right now. Unless a team decides they want to blind Alistar.
I mean, against ISO is fine.
Or Rel.
Like into some matchup.
It's good in the Rel.
Like you can blind it into some draft. Like if they pick like Camille Galio and things like that, like 2-3, like you can pick it like 4.
But like they're just way too many bad support matchups for it, and all the meta blind supports in the moment are good into it.
I feel like it's not because they are that they are not like unplayable matchup. I feel like
they're not unplayable, but it's just like, why would I blind Braum when Leona exists, or like why not just blind Galio and flex it?
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I saw it have some success in some scrims for sure. Into some team comps, but
he's still really good in the MF, who is getting underplayed right now.
It's about Nami.
Yeah.
Nami,
Nami. Yeah. Sorry, I went on my tangent.
Okay,
that's my
guy.
boy. Yeah,
Come on.
I'm a big Braum guy. Nami.
It's just during the off season. I mean, during the early season too. I was tired of playing Engage Champion because I've been playing them for like since season 7. More than that. In season 6 we had Ardent meta.
Yeah, since Ardent meta.
Season 7 was was end of Ardent meta.
Yeah, they stopped it going into season
7
8.
was Ardent meta because season 6 I think was Juggernaut.
Yep.
And
so season 6 was AP, right? Like Karma, Zyra. Because I remember my first Guiding Grounds when Deathly was there. I was playing the matchup Karma, Zyra, and MF, and I was very bad at Zyra back then, so I could only play Karma and MF. So So yeah, the Nami pick. Yeah, I was just tired of playing Gage. I just wanted a breath of fresh air. So I
Yeah.
was playing Nami, and I had like a 70% win rate in 40 games in Challenger, and I got like 1k, 1 LP, I believe, with her for fun. And
I wish
I
you could
just
do
felt,
that,
but
man.
yeah,
I gotta get sweaty. Just hit Diamond 1 now. I suck.
yeah. I mean, just the mandate like was so good.
Yeah.
So
It was just
we
insane.
were playing Nami in our collegiate scrims where I have 3x Challenger players and like my bot lane's like high diamond. So for college that's pretty good.
Yeah.
We were running Nami into what did
I
we
mean,
run it into? Because we didn't blind it, but it was playable in like a couple matchups if like you have AD with more range.
I can see that.
Yeah, like I think we like ran it like into Thresh, but like we were pairing it up with like
Rough
as like
one.
Ash or like Ezreal.
Yeah, you need a good ends
Yeah,
against Thresh.
yeah.
Because if he just walk at you level 1 and flay you, you lose half your
See,
health.
that's the good part about
Yeah.
collegiate is that when you're playing high diamond teams, they don't know that.
Yeah, that's basically why I said the ego pick earlier.
Yeah, no, it is for sure. We were playing it in the Bard too.
Yeah, I mean that's variable,
Yeah,
but he's just gonna roam. But
yeah.
something else against Seraphine, Lulu is a good pick in my opinion
Okay, so Lulu is actually a pick that,
with Aphelios.
well, yeah, like, did you see? Have you caught up on the LCS games?
I watch, yeah,
So
like
did you see the
100 Thieves.
100 Thieves TL? That Lulu pick was so smurf into Samira, and then they paired it up with Aphelios, and they had an Olaf too. I think that Lulu is actually being like I think that's why we aren't seeing Akali anymore. I think that Lulu is like being a little slept on right now because you still can flex her. It's not a great flex, but you can do it, and you have APA on your team, so you know that you can flex it too. But I mean, polymorph is just still one of the most absurd abilities in the game, whether you're using it on your teammate or the enemy team. I mean, and there are a lot of dive comms being played right now, which pair up Lulu with that, and you get to use polymorph. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's like a year last year where there was some games that we played Aphelios Lulu. I don't know if you remember.
Yep, I remember. Well,
And
that was back though, like when it was Giga OP, and then you guys were running Kindred too.
Yeah.
Like, with
yeah,
Aphelios.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we went 6-0 on it if I remember correctly. And every time Shoryu was playing Aphelios, there was that one team fight, middle game, he would flash in and just 1v9 the game.
That
was
guy
it.
Yep.
loves to flash in.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
quite aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why people don't say he has like bad mechanics or like not as high of a potential of mechanics. Because I feel like he's pretty fucking good.
Dude, I have no idea. Well, I mean, like he ended up getting replaced by Tactical, which that worked out pretty well for
Tactical's pretty
TL.
good.
But I had no idea why he was an amateur last year, and I'm really happy that Quentin got moved on up because he's a hell of a player. And he does play really aggressive, and sometimes he makes the wrong decision with his aggression, but it's not his mechanics and hands. Like his mechanics are very good, and he consistently tests those by flashing in all the time.
Yeah, I mean last year he kind of got fucked by an org. I won't say any name
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically he got like multiple offer, but he refused all of them because an org said that, oh, we're gonna take you, and last second a trade did not occur and he got fucked over. And after that,
Wow.
he brought me from the dead and we played together.
Winter,
come play
you
with me.
went like full Jon Snow arc from Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Sure, you
basically,
revived
like,
you.
yeah, basically, show you DM me one day. He's like, hey, I'm doing a team with Mike, and he said, "There's no team if you don't come." I'm like, what the fuck?
Winter's
It's
back,
like-
baby.
It's like I thought about it like for like 3 weeks. I'm like, do I really want like play again. Like I've been not playing for like 6 months. I've been like learning guitar and like going to community college,
Mm-hmm.
and I just came back, and I'm still doing community college, by the way.
That's
Nice.
awesome. Yeah.
But
So you're saying that just like how you brought Fnatic to Scouting Grounds, Shoryu then repaid the favor to you, and then now we're here. So, so you know, just a small world over here.
yeah, so
All
it's
right.
kind of funny. It was
That is funny.
interesting.
Oh man. All right. Well, I do believe that we are about to be wrapping up. Did a new Blaze officially win?
They
The
officially
stream's
won.
dead, so-
And so before you
There you go.
leave, we're gonna need some predictions, winner. Because I believe the semifinals for Risen are on Saturday,
Yes.
and this will
Yep.
premiere Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, as it does every week, as long as producer Cubby can figure out his shit. So, Winter, match number 1, we will start away from you. We have EGP up against a new Blaze, the roster with a Lorum, City Witty, he's going by Link now, Dark Wings, Raheen, and Breezy.
Oh yeah, the Dark Winds is one that King slept on. I feel like pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. There was a top
I'm really
10
excited for that
list.
mid matchup.
There was
That's
a
gonna be
top
really
10
good.
list thrown around today on
Yeah,
Mobalytics that
we saw it.
I know a lot of people saw it. One mid laner, it may have been missing on there. Who you know as that was for people who hadn't played in Academy too. I know that asterisk is like missing on the website or like the post. But anyway, Dark Wings was on that list, so I'm glad that he is getting some attention because I feel like he is a good player.
I
Raheen's
see the
getting
number
slept
one
on.
prospect finished the game 210 last game. Number one prospect.
He's smack talking his old teammate. Anyway, a new Blaze versus EGP. The Surdy Tomio aspect Shiro missed.
Yes.
What is your prediction for that best of 5 winner? Give me a winner and game score.
I believe that EGP is gonna win. I mean, it's been a while since we played against EGP in scrims.
Mhm.
I believe we have a scrim against them Friday. Yes. Yeah. Or it's a warm up. I don't remember.
It would
We
be a
have something
scrim.
going
The,
on
the
there.
match is Saturday, but not
Yeah, I mean,
surprised
we
you
have a
guys are
warm-up
opposite
with-
sides of the bracket, so that makes sense. And they're a good team.
Yeah. So I believe EGP is gonna win. 3-2. 3-1. Oh, it's 3-1.
Okay, I'm taking notes. We're streaming that game, so I'm gonna have to give my prediction on
We
that
are
one too. So.
we are streaming that game. I haven't checked the chat to see if it has been decided yet, but
I think that's what we're doing.
that was the plan.
Spoilers. Cubby's casting that one too. So.
And
fun
spoilers, Max is hosting.
I mean, everyone should know that.
Yeah,
If,
I mean,
if you're watching
Smax
Risen,
is,
then,
Smax is way cooler than me, so everyone knows what he's always up to.
Yeah.
Just how it
The
is.
dog.
it's just because they haven't found anyone to replace me yet. That's really what it is.
Keywords yet. I'm coming for you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they've got until Sunday to find someone better, but hopefully
Return
they
is coming back.
Winter's coming back.
No, returned.
Oh,
returned.
returned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
God.
yeah. He actually is coming back.
Yeah, this podcast. Whew.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That was... I somehow got roped into that. Anyway.
okay.
Smacks.
Yeah.
You gotta set up
So
the
I
next
mean,
game.
you already alluded to it a little bit. We talked about it a bit, but give me your prediction for you guys, Barrage against Solafide in that best of 5.
Good question. I'm gonna go with 3-0.
For what team, Winter?
Us.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify.
A clean...
right.
Get out the brooms. You know what we call that, Winter? We call that spring cleaning when you guys 3-0 them.
Hey.
Get out
Very
the
nice.
brooms. Spring's back, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it could go 3-1 or 3-2, but I'm gonna go with 3-1. 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, you guys haven't lost yet, so there's
Yeah,
no reason
that
for
would
you
be
to
great
go.
if we don't lose any game. But I believe we're gonna lose one game one day. But
Maybe. You never know.
Just have to
Maybe
see
you
one.
just sweep the whole thing. You win
it's
all.
gonna hurt if we
rounds.
lose.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt.
All right. Well, Winter, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the Proving Grounds pod. Bashing our other guests. from last week.
Technically, a returning guest as well.
True.
And
yeah.
always welcome
under
to
a new
return
name.
again.
But yeah, absolutely.
Man, I'm always down.
This is the sequel to Challengers Chat Room. So yes,
They gave us
returning
15 minutes
guest.
the first time with Shoryu. This time we get an hour 15. Let's go.
Yep. So yeah, you got any final words you'd like to give to the people?
Shout outs, anything. Floor is yours.
Thanks for my team, the coaching staff for believing in me, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriend. #battalion. Thank you, Jeff.
There we go. And where can we follow you on Twitter, Winter?
The Winter Lol.
Very
on
good.
Twitch, Twitter. That's basically it.
Awesome.
All right.
Winter, it's
thank
been
you
a
so
pleasure,
much.
man. Thanks for making me laugh throughout this and also spilling all the knowledge that we have on support. I am also going to try and pick up Rel and solo queue. So
I told you, man.
Yeah.
You better do it.
Yeah,
That
let
champion
me
is
know.
very fun.
Let me know
I will send you screenshots of me just running it.
If you want to run it even faster, you go Deadmans with Swifties. I'm telling you.
I mean, that
It
does
is
make you
very
go
fun.
faster. And then, in the words of our friend of the program, TJ, then you have Strode.
Yeah,
There you go.
It reduced the W movement speed. Reduced. By the way, the Swifties.
Yeah.
It reduces the move speed debuff.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm telling you, man. That's
there's
the tech.
there's a reason that Winter plays and we cast. That's
Yeah.
Mhm.
All
Didn't think
the
about
pros in like LCK and LCS are running like Tabby. That's terrible. You got to run Swifties. It's way better.
I remember when Vi came out and they were people were running Swifties Vi because you could just like run at people with
Yeah.
your Q charging.
Yeah, I'm telling
that
you,
champion.
man. That's the tech.
Wow, I almost forgot that champion existed.
Until
Yeah.
right now.
Teresa is a big Vi lover. He likes to
was
back in
was Fnatic the one that was playing a bunch of Vi in Academy, or who was that?
no, it was Fragus.
Fragus, thank you. That was it.
uh,
Yeah, he played so
it's-
much Vi.
Yeah, actually, they had their own meta. That
Yeah.
team,
They like
Hit
won games though with
different.
Vi. Yeah.
their meta is different.
Yeah.
No, it's because at Tempo Storm he will say, "Hey, play Vi." So
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Winter. It's been super fun having you on. I'm so glad we got you on for episode 2. For those of you listening, we have our show on like all the platforms now. Thanks
I know.
to my co-host
it's
Cubby.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. We got it on like Apple, Spotify, YouTube,
Google
SoundCloud,
Podcasts,
I think, Google,
and SoundCloud. Yeah, I have to upload that separately.
and Twitch. Which
Twitch.
if you're watching live, that's where this is.
We're
You can
gonna
see us
update the links. But please drop us follows, drop us subs. That's the best way you guys can support us early on, whatever platform that is. And episode 2 in the books. Good job.
Yeah. Also, Cubby doesn't know this, but we're gonna make a Discord server, which we'll be able to use, and you guys can talk to us in there if you want. So
Okay, that's happening.
I'm gonna set that up. So I don't know if that'll be live by the time this happens, but it'll happen by episode 3. I'll guarantee you that. But I'm gonna get cracking on that one. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on all those platforms and tune into the next one at the next Thursday. And that'll be after Risen's finals. So we'll get to see if Winter actually does win the whole thing.
We're gonna try and
my
talk
money's
to a
on-
champion. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe Winter 2 weeks in a row. That'd be pretty fun.
hey, I'm back.
we'll probably switch it up. But best of luck. Best of luck to you guys moving forward, Winter. And hope that you guys put your best foot forward in amateur and the rest are Risen. So good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
That was very
Yeah.
fun.
Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.